everybody, it's Liz. Welcome back in. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you are one of my longtime subscribers, I thank you for stopping back. Let's do a little, let's get it out of the way. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you like the content on this channel and want to see more, subscribe and stick around. So that is the advertising for the moment. So I think in my last video, which was the little Amazon packaging, if you haven't seen that, I'll link it below. I did some small journals like this with Amazon packaging. I did a little tutorial on how to make the covers and what they were. And yeah, so this time around, I said I was going to show this this journal, and I never did. And we're going to finish it up today. I realized after I made that video, after looking through it, I realized I didn't put some tags or some ephemera or stuff in the pocket. So that's what we're going to do today, and I'm going to give you a little flip through of this little paper bag journal. And so anyway, I don't know why I just stopped there, but so you open it like this. I just put some baker's twine around it. I believe these digitals were from my porch prints, but I will look them up and link them below because there's no label on them, and I've had them for a little bit more than, well, like half a year now, maybe a little bit more than half a year, 8 months or so, and kind of forgot where they're from, so I will link it below if I can find it. So I just put some lace on the front, some vintage lace that I found at Goodwill, and then a little purple piece of, I think this was my old sheet, believe it or not. So I've just been cutting it up randomly and sticking it in things, and I frayed the edges. And then just a little dragon on the front. I may zhuzh it up a little bit, but I like these small journals for my purse, and I didn't want like too much 3-dimension on this. I'm gonna just glue this down. I just didn't want a lot of dimension on these. I don't put a lot of dimension on these because I like them for my purse. So here we go. I believe this one has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages. So I try to keep these pretty small, but as you can see, even small, they get a little chunky once you decorate them. So anyway, let's go through it. So this is just a little, like I said, this is in the kit. So just a little envelope that I distressed with some vintage photo and put vintage photo around it, and I just clipped it on, and yeah, so that's just clipped on with a little rusty paper clip that I got from Kathy over at Rust Paper Scissors. So yeah, I will link her shop below too. So these tabs are actually in a fairy kit that I had, and that one is definitely from my porch prints. And so I like these little tabs, and I use them quite a bit in these little journals. So we just have some coffee dyed papers. Most of them are coffee dyed. And then we have a little tag in a vellum pocket, and just backed with some, actually this is not coffee dyed paper. This is one of these pieces of paper that I cut down, just glued on the front to this part, and I like to use those for my small tags when I'm making these journals. So these little dragon journals happen to be pretty popular in my Etsy shop, which was funny. So I usually try to keep one or two in there. And then I just put this, you know, just a little page like this, you know, one of these, and that's what this is. And I cut around the edge, and then inked the back, and I put it in with a piece of washi, and then some lined paper, and then I just cut around, fussy cut around this and inked the edges on this little dragon. So I try not to put too much, like I said, in these little journals because they do get so bulky, but I try to give you a little fun little talks. And honestly, I'm not really sure where this digital is from, but I also backed it with one of these. So, and then some mini Tim Holtz staples, and this is just some muslin or some cloth that I got at the Goodwill. So that's just a little talk. And then we have another paper clip section here with another little, I thought these looked kind of dragon-esque. And like I said, I'm not really sure where these digitals are from. I can try to look it up. It may be either the Graphics Fairy or it may be the Digital Collage Club, making and creating the Digital Collage Club. So it may be that. So once again, I just backed it with that paper, and another little rusted paper clip from Kathy. So, and then there's this, and this one I left intentionally blank. Oh, we got a floater in there. I left this intentionally blank for the recipient to decorate themselves, and these are just little tags I made. And I also have a video on how to make these tags, and then I just put some gesso on there in case they want to paint or whatever on it. And so that's just a little pocket with one of the dragons. And oh, I didn't mention these edges I did with my decal edge ruler, and I showed it in my last video, but it's worth showing again. So basically I just took a plastic ruler and used my wood burning tool and got some and burned the edges, you know, melted the edges and got this little ruler. And then you get raggedy edges, and sometimes this coffee dyed paper, it's very, I use the 32-pound HP printer paper for my journals. I just like it. I like the way it takes pen, and you can use fountain pens on it, and it's really holds up, and it holds up to the coffee dyeing process really well, because I know I have some copier paper that I've tried to coffee dye. Oh my goodness, it is flimsy and it tears. And so yeah, I definitely have started using the 32-pound paper for that. So it's just a little bit, once it coffee dyes, it's a little bit hard to tear, but I like this. I like the little pieces and parts in there. So, and then we just have some kids writing paper and another little book page pocket and another little dragon. So lots of dragons, and this is just backed by that, and lots of sewing in this one too. And then another little tab, and then this has this was just leftover. I was making book page buttons, and so I had this left over. I thought that was cool. And then this is just a full-size 8.5 by 11 sheet of graph paper that I folded up and put in there for some extra writing space. And then that's the end. And then this is not a pocket, but it's just a little dragon. And then it opens up like this, and this is a pocket, and I intentionally left that one blank too, and that just goes in there like that. And these are little tuck spots here, so little book page tuck spots there, and that's what we're going to fill. And we are also going to fill this little pocket here today. So that is the flip through of my little dragon journal. I'm going to set that aside, And we are going to get some tags out and make some ephemera. I'm going to set that one aside. That one doesn't match. But I think if I have measured, I think these fit in here kind of perfectly. They do. So I'm going to add a small one and a big one like that, and then that'll be that. And then sometimes you have to watch on your digitals whether you can include pieces of them in your journals. Sometimes the seller requests that you heavily alter them, or that you alter them in some way before you can sell them. So just, if you're going to sell your journals, please look at all the description boxes and stuff, and make sure that where you're buying your digitals, you can use them for commercial use, or small, it'll say like small commercial use or commercial use. So just make sure you're doing it right and you're not using somebody's digitals that don't want you to sell them. So I think I'm going to get rid of, I'm going to keep that one, and I'm going to get rid of that one, and I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use this, and I think that one's a little too big, so I'm going to get rid of that one. But these are, it's a really fun digital. I enjoy this one a lot. Oh, and there's some tickets. I might use those, put those in. This little journal is going to be chock full of stuff. I can just tell now because I always have fun with these. Oh, and this is just some Halloween that must have been in, I must have not have tabbed it well. So this is just my Halloween paper. And that's from Shabby Dabby Doodah. Tina over at Shabby Dabby Doodah. I enjoy that little digital too. So let's see what we got here. So we have some tickets. So I'm going to cut those out very quickly. I'm going to cut them out. And I hope you all are well today. Today is Friday. It's usually Fabulous Finds Fridays, but I have been trying to be on a no spend this month. We have some pretty big bills coming up. My teeth being one of them. I think Sierra over at Cooley Crafts asked me how my teeth were doing. I told you last week that I was going in for teeth work, and so unfortunately I have some major dental work coming up, which is pretty expensive. So anyway, trying to be better at spending money over the next couple of months. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with Fabulous Finds Fridays. I am going to have to decide what my Fabulous Finds are going to be. And I thought, which will tie into Fabulous Finds, is I thought I would find some stuff around my craft room that are finds that I haven't used in a long time. So that's one idea, is to hunt Fabulous Finds in my craft room. And then the other one is just to not do it. Well, there's three options. One is to not do it at all and just to ditch it until I, you know, go out thrifting and finding again. And then the other one is obviously to find stuff around my craft room. And then the other one is to ditch it completely and, or only, I shouldn't say ditch it completely. I've already said that. The other option is to only do it like periodically when I find stuff and do something else completely on Fridays. So if you have any opinion on that at all, just let me know what you would like to see. But I think I'm going to do finds around my Fabulous Finds around my craft room. Let's see what I can come up with, because I know there's stuff that I haven't used in a long time. When I did my room tour video, I I realized going through drawers, I was like, hey, that's really cool. I found that. So, listen, I'm not going to bore you with cutting all these and fussy cutting these and listening to me babble for as long as this takes me to cut out. I should have had this ready. So I'm going to shut the camera off, and I am going to come back when all this stuff is fussy cut out. Okay, I'm back, and I wanted to come on here. Oh my goodness, I have something hanging in front of my eye. Or is it on my glasses? I can't decide. Sorry about that. There was something hanging right in front of my eyeball. So I wanted to come on here and show you what I do for these tickets. So instead of taking my little scissors and cutting out all of these like, you know, like so, because that can be tricky, I take my hole punch, I mean, this thing is so old, like seriously, I think this is from the early 1990s, and it's fabulous, and it's well made, and so anyway, I've had this forever, but what I do is I just come in here, and I snip it, like so, and it gives you your little edges, or your little, you know, indentations here. So I just snip, and then I'm not cutting like for around. Now my hands happen to be good today because usually I have a hard time squeezing this with my arthritis, but it is doing pretty good today. Yeah, it's doing pretty good today. Okay, so now we've snipped all this. We have this. I have fussy cut out a bunch of stuff. So let's put this aside, and we'll use that as we need it. And let me clean up a little bit here. I'm going to put my ruler back away, and I am done, I believe, with my, I'm done with my hole punch, and, so anyway, I've figured out that I have little envelopes and little tucks, and so I found this envelope as well. So I thought that that one was cute. So let's glue this one together. And like I said, this is all in the kit. So I like this kit. I really do, and like everybody else likes it too. I also have fairies, a fairy kit from my Porch Prints, and like I said, I'm not sure if this dragon one is from my Porch Prints or not, but like I said, I have a little fairy one from my Porch Prints, and it's beautiful. So I am going to make another fairy one for my shop soon. It's just going to be one of these little paper bag ones because they're easy to make, and like I said, I sell a decent amount of them. So everybody seems to like fairies and dragons, so I know I do. So, all right, so that is glued, and then this one, actually, I am going to distress with some vintage photo so that I am not coffee dyeing on film. So yeah, we are headed, I think I told you, we're heading to the cabin this weekend. So I need to take some little things to do. I've been trying not. I used to pack tons of stuff. My poor husband would drag half my craft room to the cabin, like seriously. And then I finally got guilty. I finally felt guilty, I should say, about making him carry, because we have a lot of stairs going up to our cabin. Our cabin is raised, and so there's probably 8 or 9 stairs going up to the front door, and then 8 or 9 stairs going up to the second level where I usually do my crafting, so it's not on the kitchen table, so that we can eat and I don't have to pick it up every night. So I was making him carry it up, you know, 18 stairs to get to the spot, and I was making him carry, like I said, half my craft room. I would bring my sewing machine and it was just ridiculous. And like one day I was like, this is so terrible that I make him do this. So I try to bring small projects to the cabin now. So I think I will bring 1 or 2 of these little journals with me this weekend and kind of put them together. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Poor guy. I felt so bad. One day he was complaining, and he very rarely complains about his back. Every once in a while he's like, oh man, my back. And I'm like, and he said it one day when I was making him carry all that stuff up the stairs, and I thought, oh my goodness, Elizabeth, this poor guy's carrying all your heavy stuff up the stairs, your sewing machine, and your, yeah, it was crazy. We looked like we were packed for 3 weeks going to the cabin when we were just going for the weekend. And I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. And half the time I wasn't using it because we were, you know, walking the trails. We have 10 acres, and we were walking the trails, and I was sitting in the woods reading, and we have some chairs in the middle of our property, kind of on the trail, that you can sit on and just be in the woods and chill out. And so I used to read up there, you know, in the good weather. I would sit for what seemed to be hours in the woods and, you know, like I said, read and do art. And so anyway, I half the time wasn't doing any crafts that he dragged halfway up the stairs. So no more. So here's this little one, and I'll show you how this goes. So it is a fun little, so you go in, and then that one's out, and then this one's in, and this one's out. Oh no, what did I do? See, I always, okay, this one's in. Okay, there we go. That one's in. And it just closes up like that. It's like a little iris kind of fold. And I always thought these were so cute. And like a lot of people don't realize, you know, that they open. Some people think it's just a pretty little pattern. But anyway, they're fun, and you can tuck a little surprise in there. And so that'll be our first thing to go in this little pocket here. And then we have another little pocket, which I will do. So yeah, thanks for being with me today and crafting. And I wasn't going to turn the camera on today because I didn't really have much to do, but I thought maybe you'd like to see me finish up this little journal. Like I said I would do a flip through the last video, and I totally forgot. So here it is. And yeah, so I probably should show you how to put them together too. I think I showed you in one of my other videos. One of my first videos, I kind of ran through it really quickly on how to put these together, and I thought, well, maybe I should show you how to really put one of these together. They're super simple and fun to make. And all right, I think I'll do the edge here too. That'll be good. Yeah. All right, so we have this too. Had I been smart, I would have put a little clip on. Maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe I don't think I can get in there to put a little clip on it. But all right, so that's going in there as well for somebody to put their treasures in. And then let's make some tags. So I have this one tag. Let me close up my distress so it doesn't. Ooh, sorry. I did kind of roughly fussy cut him out by tearing him. I thought that would be fun to tear him instead of fussy cut him. So I just went around him like this. Oh, I took a little bit of his wing off. Oh, I took more of his wing off. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, he got some, we de-winged him a little bit, but Anyway, just a little bit. Oh my goodness. Okay. I am gonna use my, because I don't want to decapitate his little horns there. Okay, so we just fussy cut, or tear around and get that and see if he fits now. Yeah, I'm not hating that. I'm not hating that. That's cute. And then he's got a little. So let's distress this. Like I said, I try not to take too much time on these little journals because I do not charge that much for them. I think I charge under $20 for them. So I try not to. It is a lot of work, but they're also small. And anyway, I want people to put things in them that they want to put in them. And if I get a lot in there, if I decorate them a lot, then they're fat. And anyway, so that is why I don't put tons of stuff in there. Well, let's do this. We'll distress the edges and we'll distress the back. I think, let me see. What? Yeah, I may put that in there so it can be some writing space as well. I tend to take these little journals when I go, like I said, when I'm sitting in the woods. It's nice and easy for me to carry up there in my art bag. I had a fusion surgery on my back about a year ago. Well, it's been a year ago. It was a year, January 10th. And anyway, I had my lower back fused, so I try to baby my back as much as I can, and carrying stuff up, because it's up a little hill, it's up a little hill where the middle of the, where I sit, basically where I sit to create is up a hill, and so I try not to take too much stuff up the hill. So these little journals are great little art journals. They're fun, and I take like a little bag. I am going to cut this out just because I don't want it to stick up too much. That's not too bad. There we go. Perfect. And we're going to anchor on this edge. So anyway, it's funny. I was telling my husband these videos take a lot longer than I think they're going to take. I say they're going to be short, and then they end up being like an hour long. And it's because I am crafting and not kind of paying attention to what I'm doing. And when I create, when I'm not on camera, I create pretty fast. But this is a lot of detail work now. When you do tags and stuff, it's a lot of detail work, and a lot of time and energy goes into these books. Okay, I do like that. We are going to commit to that, and hopefully you are seeing the great glue video today, which is Friday. This one that I'm doing right now is going to go up Saturday. And I finally did the great glue video. So hopefully you'll tune in and watch my review of Elmer's and Fabri-Tac and Oohoo glue stick and all of that. So that was fun. That was a fun video to make, and I did learn a lot of things. Okay, so there's that. And like I said, I keep these pretty flat, and I am not gonna put, excuse me, I am not gonna put cloth or a tie up in this one, because I want to put it in this pocket. So we are going to take this, we're going to tear around this edge. Let's see what I can get to fit. Let's see, I'm going to tear this way too. So yeah. And then this one. So I try not to waste these little, like I said, these are supposed to be journal pages, but I printed them on 2 to a page, and so they're smaller, so that I could get some more ephemera out of the kit, and then that way they're worked out really well. So yeah, you can do that if you know your printer, or your printer should have a setting that is 2 to a page, or 4 to a page, or 16 to a page. And sometimes I do 16 to a page just to get little, you know, if I'm doing little stuff, like these books are little. So sometimes you need just little pieces of ephemera. So yeah, that's what I do, is just, I play with it and try to fit the ephemera that comes in these digitals to the book, to the journal I'm making at the time. So okay, I like that. So let us put down, and like I said, if you watched my great glue video yesterday, oh my goodness, this is stuck. This is stuck. Not sure what's going on with my glue here, but we'll fix that. We will fix that right up. So let's see. Much better. Much better. Okay, probably just stuck in there. I've gotta take the top off and clean it out. So it's probably got some sticky, hard residue in there from, I'm going to pull that up a little bit. Okay. So I like that. I like that. So this is just my little scraper tool, and I scrape this down and I get the glue all over to everything. Sometimes the glue comes out because you use too much glue, but that's what you want. You want it all in the corners, and you wanna burnish it down so that it sticks. And I don't hate that. You know, that's just gives it a little character, So, and the Elmer's, this is Elmer's, and Elmer's does dry clear. So I do kind of like that. I got stuff on my hands, and I am just going on this, and yeah, I like that. So there you go. So that one goes in there too. And I think that's all I'm going to put in that pocket, because like I said, it kind of is getting chunky. And so the only other pocket we need, the only other things we need to do are for these. And I tend not to put my top on my outsides. So I think I'm going to do one more tag. Let me clean this up. Let me get my baby wipe out and clean this glue off my... Okay, clean the glue up off my desk here so it's not sticking. And let that dry off. Let that dry off. So we will have one more tag in here, like so. And then, what will we have in the top pocket? One of these might be cute. Let's see. Let's see. Which one do I like? Do I like that one? And I am also going to put these tickets in here, but I'm going to distress the back of them. And then that way there, whoever gets it can choose to rip these tickets apart and put them in the journal, or, but I just fold them. distress them on the back so that I'm not coffee dyeing them. My printer does not, absolutely hates when I put coffee dyed paper in it. It just jams up and it does not like coffee dyed paper in it. So this is what I usually do. I use my Distress Oxide or another. My favorite is Vintage Photo for this. So yeah, my favorite is Vintage Photo for distressing the backs of things. And just as quick as that. And then basically I'm just going to fold it on the folds here, match them up so that they are equal, so that and then put this one like so, and then there they have something to find. Like I said, I try not to do a lot to these journals, so we will just tuck him in there like that. And then let's see, do we want one of these? I think I like him. I do. I said I wasn't going to cut any more out so that you could see me fussy cut, but I am. I'm going to use my big scissors for this, which is really funny. For some strange reason, my little scissors hurt my hands more than my big ones, which you wouldn't think that would be the case, but it is. My little ones are, they just hurt my thumb a little bit more for some reason. So, and I have learned to fussy cut with my big scissors. So we're going to do that. And I have one more size tag that I'm going to put in. Okay, that is done. Okay, so we have one more size tag. Ooh, will this fit? Ooh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we'll do that. All right, so glue, and then we are gonna put it like so. Oh, that turned out perfect. So I'm gonna give it a little burnish. Make sure it's all stuck down. That is the one thing. If you, like I said, if you have watched my great glue video, you will know that that is key to Elmer's, is to burnish it down. I do have Vintage Photo on my hand, so it's getting all over, which is funny. So I'm gonna let that dry a little bit before I'm gonna make this a little distressed with my hands here. I did like that look. Okay, so I am gonna take my little scissors now because I have little parts. I should have glued this before I cut it out, but I was not that smart, so now I have to cut it out twice. So be a little bit smarter than me and glue your stuff down before you fussy cut out your big pieces. You know, before you fussy cut out, make sure you back them first, and then you're only cutting out once instead of twice like me, which I tend to do a lot. Okay, and I'm totally not, there we go. Okay. All right. Sorry, people, that you have to watch this. And it's funny, I always get quiet when I fussy cut because it was one of those things. Does your tongue stick out when you cut? That's so funny. When I was little, my tongue used to hang out when I cut. I used to get real into cutting. Even when I was little, I used to love to cut things out and paste things on things. And I remember my mom saying, put your tongue in your mouth. So, okay. So we have that. So that is all burnished down. So, like I said, if you watched the video yesterday, you'll know Elmer's does stay wet for a little while. And if you would like, you can put it under a book or something Yeah, you can put it under something heavy if you want. I don't find it necessary. I find that it does kind of even, like if you put it immediately in your journal, and when you close your journal, it'll flatten out. But I haven't found that it curls up too much. Like I said, if you don't burnish it, it kind of gets a little wavy. No, but if you burnish it down, it really doesn't. So I'm just taking those white edges off now, and you'll never kind of notice that they're there. That is the good thing about you know, inking your edges, is that it hides a multitude of sins. So there we go. So I'm going to put that in here as well. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to put it so that these guys are sticking out, so you can see their little dragon eyes. And then I'm going to get a big tag, which is over here in my tags. I think that'll fit. Maybe we might have to cut it down a little bit. We do. So let's see, do I have a size down from here? Maybe. I made all sorts of, oh, I do have a size down from here. So this is perfect. So these are not, obviously these are not sewed around. I left some when I did these. I left some not sewed around, and I left some sewed around. Oh, and that's still just a hair too big. So I will, where's my big scissors? Here they are. I will cut down the edge here, just so it fits. And I like this edge over here, the kind of wonky edge. And then I'll take my tag template again, and I will make sure the corners match. So I will cut the corner off of that. And then we should be, as my great aunts would used to say, cooking with gas. They were funny. They were funny, funny old ladies. I loved those two. They were literally, if you can say old spinsters, but they were so cute, and I loved them to pieces. So much fun was had at their house. Okay, so there's that tag, and let's get something on this. So I'm over here in my stash, people, and I'm looking for, let's see, I don't think I've used him yet. Have I used him? I don't think I have. I like him. He's very, let's see, have I used him? No, I have not. So let's use this guy. Let's use this guy. So we'll cut him out. All right. We're gonna cut him out and see if he fits. Let's see. See if he fits this way. See if he fits this way. Maybe, maybe not. And I just kind of wiggle back and forth to get that kind of book look. You know, that wrinkled book look. So it's just a matter of wiggling it back and forth and taking off the edges. So there. He is cool, and he does fit. He does fit. Good. I like him. I am going to commit to that. Like I said, these are quick. These are quick little journals. Don't overthink these journals. But that being said, you can put as much in there as you want. I just, like I said, tend not to, so that I can get them done, and I'm not charging people an arm and a leg for them. So there. Okay. There we go. And I am going to, once again, distress the edges on this, but I am going to actually put a cloth on this one so that it's, yeah, hold on. Hi, Leo. Oh, okay, buddy. Mr. Leo showing up. He did eat. He is thinking, he is telling me he did not eat. I don't know if you heard him meow. It was a very quiet meow right now. I think he's just telling me he's here. Sometimes he just comes in and meows for no reason at all. And then he walks away. He's so funny. Just like, hey, I'm still here. You know, I think he hears me talking and like, I don't know. He's silly. He's really silly. He's an old guy. He's 12. And he is a funny old guy. So I'm just going to take this little piece and I'm going to cut it in half. So I'm going to make a little notch and cut it in half. And I'm going to use this piece, make a V, and then make a, yeah. And then get my Mr. Tim Holtz tiny attacher out and attach it. Okay, so there we go. That was easy peasy. Easy peasy. So that is this little journal all done, I think. So we got stuff in the front here now. I will probably put a couple of book pages and maybe a couple of I don't know. I don't know what to put in here, actually. I think that's enough. So I think I might leave that, seriously. And then, yeah, so I'll put this in here like so. And I will put him tucked in there. So we have this, and we have 2 tags that are not completed, which I like to continue to put stuff that is not completed in these journals. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for sticking with me. If you stuck with me this far, thanks for looking at this little journal. I will try to get another little tutorial up on how to put these together. It is, like I said, super simple, and I think there's a few videos out there on how to do it, but I will show you how I do mine. And anyway, everybody, there's the little journal. I have stuff all over, and I hope you enjoyed this little craft with me session and listening to me ramble. And if you enjoyed this video, once again, give me a like and subscribe if you feel the need to subscribe. And I will catch you in the next video.